Because honestly, if it was motivation alone, I would have become a 5 a.m. girl years ago. What actually changed everything, how I train my sleep, my routines, my nights, and my identity. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are getting into the next video of my 7 things series, where I share different areas of my life that I'm focusing on and the 7 things that are helping me achieve the goals in that area. I'm gonna be talking about the 7 things that help me become a 5 a.m. girly. Before we get into it, I just wanna say that this is not about hustle culture. This is not saying that waking up at 5 a.m. is better than waking up at 8 a.m. This is just what works for me in this season of my life that I'm in. And it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. And now that I've done it, I can finally say what helped me make those changes. I think this works for me right now. Let's just get right into it, because tip number 1 is one that I would just hear so many people say, and I was like, girl, what's that got to do with anything? It literally has to do with everything, and that is shifting my identity first. I actually just had a friend recently, I was talking about how I wanted to be a 5 a.m. girly. And he was like, you want to be or you are? And I was like, you know what? You right. I am. Instead of saying I want to wake up early, I want to be the type of person that goes to the gym first thing in the morning, I want to be the type of person that does this, that, this, be it. Do it. Do the very thing that you say you want to do. Be the very thing that you say you want to be. The identity shift matters before the actions, to be quite honest. Once I decided that I was a 5 a.m. girly, I started doing the things that a girl who wakes up at 5 a.m. does. That gave my behavior direction. I wasn't trying to convince myself every morning to wake up at 5 a.m. I just knew that's who I was and that's what I needed to do. I started moving in the alignment of that person that I wanted to be. It made this whole process a lot easier. Obviously, the rest of the things that I'm going to tell you about helped the situation, and it pushed me forward to be a 5 a.m. girly. But ultimately, deciding that that's who I was made all of that possible. So start there. Once you've decided that this is who you are, then I moved into step number 2, and that was moving my wake up time up gradually. Or I was working until 11:30, which means I wasn't going to bed at 2 a.m. and waking up at 5 a.m. That's not about to happen in any reality. I'm not about to wake up and be able to go do a full workout on 3 hours of sleep. Let's be realistic. I started going to bed earlier, and that allowed me to wake up earlier. Wake up at 9 a.m. And then I did 8, 7, ultimately until I hit 5 a.m. That then required me to go to bed an hour earlier every night until I was able to naturally put my body in a rhythm of going to bed at a certain time and waking up by 5 a.m. Now, when it hits 9 o'clock, baby, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm tired. When it hits 5 a.m., my body is naturally waking up because I'm in the rhythm now. I'm in the cycle. This made it so much easier because I wasn't forcing myself to wake up at 5 a.m. This is just something my body naturally wanted to do because I allowed time for my body to get adjusted to this huge change. Gradually move your wake up time. Don't do it all at once. Give your body the time and energy it needs to adjust to this change. Moving into step number 3 is that I built my nights around my morning. You don't wake up earlier by trying harder in the morning. I am very intentional about my night routine, okay? Lights automatically dim and go red. That is signaling to my brain it's time to go to bed. I have settings on my phone so that it locks my app so I'm not sitting there doom scrolling. I go into more detail about my night routine in the first video of the 7 things series, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a card up there if you want to tap that and watch that video. But also let me know in the comments if you would like to see a full video on my nighttime routine, because I feel like my night routine has set me up for so much success when it comes to waking up at 5 a.m. and just having a more productive day. So let me know if you guys would like to see that. Have a solid night routine. You're getting the sleep that you need easier than it was before. Step number 4 is I remove all of my decision making from the morning. So that means at night, I pick out my gym outfit. I make sure my gym bag is packed. I make sure I have a clean water bottle ready to go. I make sure I know where my keys are. My headphones are charged. I do all of that at night so that when I wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, I don't have to think about what am I going to wear? Where's my bag? Where's my shoes? Everything is ready to go. Make it easier for yourself. When you first wake up in the morning, you're going to be groggy. You're going to be tired. You don't have time to be running around looking for your keys. That's just going to make you late. That's going to make you frustrated. And it's going to make the process a lot harder than it has to be. So prep the night before so that you have a easier morning. And that's whether you're waking up at 5 a.m., 7 a.m., 9 a.m. If you got to work from home, work in the office, do those little things at night. and it'll help set you up for success in the morning. I'm telling you, it's game changing. Number 5 was a big one for me. Number 5 was huge because I was the type of person that would have multiple alarms on my phone. So when it came time to make this change of waking up at 5 a.m., I knew this was something I had to do, and that was to stop negotiating with my alarm. No longer saying it's just 5 minutes, no more, I can just go later. Nah. The second my alarm goes off, get up. 2 things that help make that possible is I have these automatic lights in my bedroom. So I have it set on my app. 5 a.m., the lights come on. Now the lights slowly come on, so I'm not just jarred awake by this bright light being in my face. So it gradually comes on. But by the time it hits 5 a.m., my phone is going off and all of the lights in my bedroom are on. So once I open my eyes, baby, I'm up. Also set my alarm. Instead of having that disruptive, crazy alarm from the iPhone, I set it to something that's a little bit more soothing. Actually, it's a violin version of a Charlie XCX song. I'll insert a little clip there. My alarm sound and having the lights automatically come on, I'm no longer jarred awake. I'm waking up naturally. My body already naturally wants to wake up because I changed my sleep schedule. But just those 2 little changes help so much to where I'm no longer pausing my alarm. I used to have a 9:10, 9:15, 9:20 alarms. No, I have a 5 a.m., a 5:30, and a 6:15 for me to get out the door. No more negotiating with your alarm. The alarm goes off, you get up, move your feet. If you have to put your phone in a different room so that you have to get out of bed, walk to turn the alarm off, do it. Number 6 is I made the gym my first one of the day. I don't know what it is, but it's just something, it does something to my brain to know that I've worked out. I've burned the calories that I need to burn. I hit my step goals. I did all of that before the sun came up. I did all of that before a lot of people are awake. It does something to my brain.
Am I better than everyone?
And it makes me want to keep going and doing it over and over again. So once I have my workout done, there's nothing else in the day that I can accomplish. I've done the hardest task first. Before we head into the last tip, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please make sure you go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you have not. And number 7 is probably the most important tip of this whole video. And that is let it be hard without quitting. Waking up at 5 a.m. is not easy. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it is. Does it get easier over time? Yes. But is it an easy task alone? No. Not about discipline. It's not about motivation. Because if it was, I would have been a 5 a.m. girly years ago. It takes a lot of intention. It takes a lot of effort. And most importantly, it takes a lot of consistency. I'm not going to romanticize the process for you and make it seem like it's all sunshine and rainbows. No, there are days where I wake up at 5 a.m. Girl, go back to sleep. But I know that there are things that I need to accomplish. There are things that I need to do. And waking up at 5 a.m. gives me the space to do that. So I'm going to consistently do it no matter how hard it gets. And honestly, because it is so hard to do it, accomplishing it makes it that much more rewarding. And I know that if I do it enough times, that it will become my norm. It's all about consistency. Consistency is the one thing that is going to create change and make something a habit. Doing it over and over again. It's not about discipline. It's not about motivation because all of that's going to fade. There's going to be times where you ain't got no motivation. It's depleted. It's empty. It's zero. Goose eggs. The thing that's going to keep you going is that consistency, that momentum. Making it part of your identity is what's going to be the thing to keep you moving forward. So don't shy away from the fact that this is hard. Let it be the thing that makes you keep doing it. Eventually it will get easier because you would have built that habit and you've built that routine and you've built that consistency. Those are the 7 things that help me become a 5 a.m. girly. Feel very accomplished by doing that. No longer something I think that I can do or I think that I am. It's me. It's in me. It ain't on me. I tried waking up earlier before and you didn't have success. Don't worry. It doesn't mean that it's not something you can do. It just means maybe you need to look at it from a different angle. Try some of these tips and tricks and see how that helps you. You can apply this to waking up at 7 a.m., 6 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever works for you in your schedule. Just come up with a routine to help you. Anything in this video helpful? Again, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because we are continuing with the 7 Things series next week. And until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
On hardwood floors, across the floor.